moving on to the next question here from Harps. This is quite a lengthy one, so I'll just read it out. We are 11 weeks in of what should have been a straightforward sale with no chain. We're first-time buyers and the property is empty. We have the mortgage offer and searches results came back 2 weeks ago. Our solicitor has been so inefficient. She ignores our emails and calls, and the one occasion she did respond took 10 days. She has lied to us, telling us she has not received various forms from the vendor's solicitor. We since found out she had them 5 weeks ago, and their solicitors heard nothing from her. Our searches were delayed for over a month because she ignored the emails. It's been one long nightmare. We've never met her because we got her online. Big mistake. On the rare occasion when I got through to anyone, it was her admin, and we have a holiday booked in 6 weeks from now, and we're desperate to have completed before then. Is there anything I can do to put the pressure on the solicitor to get this sale completed? If I have to change solicitors, I'm prepared to do so, but would it be possible to complete in 6 weeks if we had to start all over again? Wow, okay, Harps, I'm really sorry to hear that. That sounds like quite an intense process you've been going through. And I'll be honest with you, it's one of the frustrations that I have, and I share with a lot of people who are looking at buying and selling at the moment, that there seems to be this issue with solicitors. Have a lot of solicitors, okay, not all solicitors, because I'll get this in the neck off somebody who's watching our video and goes, you said this about solicitors. No, okay, not all solicitors, okay, but some solicitors, as in this example, which Harp's sharing with us, isn't returning their calls, isn't returning their emails, and seems to be delaying the process. Now, with you being a cash buyer, or sorry, your first-time buyers, the property you're buying is empty and you've already got your mortgage offer in place, then that should be a nice short chain, and that deal should be done very, very quickly. Okay. Now, Harps, what I would do if I was in your shoes, first of all, you need to really confront your current solicitor. More to the point of, I don't know how they're going to handle you changing horses. I would certainly sack them. If what you're saying here is true, I would certainly give them the boot and I would move on to another solicitor. And again, I can probably help you with that because you want somebody who can get you moved within the next 6 weeks. I think it's possible, more than possible, to get that deal done, particularly if you've already got your mortgage offer. And again, we can help you with your searches as quickly as possible. But I would certainly confront your solicitor in terms of setting everything out in writing, not accusatory, but to say, this is when we instructed you, this is what's happened, this is when I've emailed you, this is what has been the response, this is what's been said. And as a response, as a consequence, you no longer want them working with you on your transaction, and that you're not going to pay any abortive fees, okay? And you would also request a refund of any money that you've got that you've already paid on account to the solicitor. Okay. Now the likelihood is, if they've been this difficult with trying to get the deal to this stage, they may choose to either ignore you again, or they may choose to threaten to sue you, or all this, that, and the other. I think it would be unlikely, and that's why people don't raise these complaints with solicitors, because they think the solicitor knows the law better than they do, and therefore they're going to get sued. By setting it all out in writing, and as I say, not doing it accusatory, but as a matter of fact, this is what's happened, you're kind of protecting yourself against anything going wrong, because you can then, if things do start to escalate, you can report them to the relevant governing bodies. But it's really frustrating to hear these stories, because you're not alone, Harps. I know that's no comfort with what you're going through right now, but I would certainly give the solicitor the boot, because they haven't done their job like they suggested they would, and I would look at changing solicitors. Now, what I would do is I'd go to the solicitors that are acting on behalf of the vendor. It seems like you've already established some kind of contact with them. And I would see if it's possible for them to also act for you, or another person within their office to also act for you as the buyer. Now, they may or may not be able to do that. There may be obstacles that prevent them from doing that. But the reason I'm suggesting that is because the deal should move very quickly, because they've already got all the information together as far as the seller is concerned. They may be able to act for you as the buyer and get the transaction done a lot quicker. So that would be my first port of call, is to have a conversation with them, see if they can do it. If not, can they recommend a solicitor that they've worked with and have a good working relationship with, where they can get pretty much guarantee they'll get the deal done within 6 weeks. And then that would be the route that I would take, because a lot of solicitors do sometimes have preferred relationships where they, they just vibe, for want of a better word, with another solicitor, and they'll get the transaction fast-tracked and get it through. Okay, so as I say, heartbroken you've had to go through that, Harps. I really feel for you, because as I say, you're not alone, but you've got to take action now, because the longer this situation goes on for, you're going to sit in that frustration, and that's going to drag you down. And then the more chance you've got of the deal falling through, because the seller gets fed up and starts threatening to pull out of the deal, and ultimately it's not your fault. Okay, it's just a bad choice of a professional. It happens. It's one to put down to experience. If you don't get any money back from them, again, that's sort of paying the price, if you like, for the education of this process. And as I say, if there's anything more I can do to help you, let me know. I'd be happy to put forward some recommendations on a solicitor if that would help you get the deal done quickly. Oh, excuse me. So thanks you again for the question, Harps, and good luck with that as well. Okay. Thanks for joining me again, guys. Really appreciate your attention and for taking part and sending in these wonderful questions. We'll be doing it at the same time next week as well. Although I am going to be in the middle of a house move sometime soon, so we might have to dodge around that, or I'll be doing it from my phone stood in the middle of a field somewhere, but we'll see what happens there. Thank you once again for joining me, and I look forward to joining you again on another webinar very, very soon. So look after yourselves. Goodbye, guys, and see you very soon. Take care.